Alright folks, yesterday we went to Santee, did a video. Today is obviously Mother's Day. It'll be after Mother's Day unless she gets it put out tonight. So happy Mother's Day to everybody that's out there. This is what Tabby done last year. We got little Miss Remy with us.
Her first boat ride.
We're gonna try it out. And we didn't come to fish. We just come to ride and just eat along. Hey, she forgot the speaker, so we don't even have the speaker with us. Listen to no music, so
just talking in the boat.
Yeah, we just gonna eat along, look at the pretty scenery. There's a good bit of boats here at the landing. There's probably eight or nine.
800.
We just gonna ease out of here. I was gonna show you there's some pretty tight holes to get out of here. There's two if you put in it zigzag on the other stove. And you can catch fish. I'm marking fish. I hear my thing beeping already. You can run through here and catch some red breast and brim and stuff, and probably a bass,
well,
maybe even a jack.
I do got a pink rod in here, Daddy.
So.
And I got a pink rod. I got my own
You
rod.
doing good, Remy.
But
I got my own rod.
there's two tight holes. You come out of here and there's two trees you gotta go in between. And then once you get into the other open spot, there's actually two trees you got to get out before you get to the main run. So yeah, your boat's gonna be kind of limited. As it gets shallower in the water, you're kind of limited to what boat you can bring in here, period. There's been times we've caught heck with the water dropping. And there are trees. You have to wear that tree. If you don't have a kick plate or something to kick your motor up or your motor free, it ain't the it ain't somewhere you're not very familiar with just to come in and ride with a boat and come cruising. You want to be respectful and mindful of that, I will say that. But a beautiful place. A lot of people kayak, do stuff like that. I will say that. A lot of people kayak. So it's a beautiful place. A lot of people float. You go to the right parts, I think up towards Givans and Kennedy's and all that, they put in, they actually float there just in tubes and stuff during the summertime. But you take time coming through here. The depth ain't but 4.7 through this little cut. Like I said, it does change as the water starts dropping with no rain. And at one point in time, I don't know if y'all can see the ringlets on the trees, but one point in time it was really high, and that land is rough. There's a hole, the concrete ends, and people put blocks and stuff. Our trailer fell in a hole just a little while ago, and it turns it sideways, and you catch it at the right time. The water's really low and you're trying to pull, and I won't put in here just because of the fact that you don't want to rip your axle from underneath your boat trailer. So but this is coming up to the first two trees that are pretty tight, but you can get through here with a decent sized boat, well, you know, normal sized boat, I should say.
You do just like Jack did in the boat.
We have to, I do mine matter though, because the trees are getting bigger, and there's literally nothing but a gap right there. Y'all can see it. But my rod holders 1 of 10. I know if I had my Beneby top up, I had to put my Beneby top down. You can't go through here with the Beneby top up, and you do have to have it folded, and it will try to rub the sides of it. So we know that now we take it off. So, but I'm gonna cut this while we go through this little hole right here, and then I'll cut y'all back on, because I am gonna probably have to push off these rod holders on my left side. All right, so we made it through that little gap, and that's that bent tree that wants to catch. Of course, I have the rod holders, so my rod holders stick out, so that's the only thing that gets me. If I didn't have them, then I could slip right through there. And then you come in this next little area, which is pretty and it's awesome to fish. But everybody fishes. This is where everybody, when they put in, the first place they come is to fish and sit and fish right here. So yeah, and there's plenty of turtles and wildlife to look at. There's a turtle sitting there. But you come through here, it's awesome fishing. But like I said, you know, this time of the year, everybody now has done fished it. So, you know. Which we didn't come down here to fish, and it's the middle of the day. If you go fish down here, from what I hear from everybody, first thing in the mornings or late in the evenings right before dark, about like anywhere else if you go to the lake. I mean, that's your prime time to catch fish. Middle of the day is, you know, it's just hot and everything's done, nothing's feeding. So Early in the mornings and late in the evening, you can
She's
start
after
watching the
your
fish pop the
airplane
water
cover.
around the edges and stuff like that.
Oh, no.
So,
I got a bed out there.
She doing
Right.
good, Daddy.
I'll cut y'all back on because we're easing our way through here. I'll cut y'all back on when we get this second little hole. It's not as bad. It's just another gap you got to go through. So y'all stay with us and we'll cut you back on in a minute. Showing a little bit of turtle. That turtle everywhere you look at, huh? 4 right there.
Legs stretched out.
Yeah. But your next gap's gonna be right through here. I might have to cut you off when I go through it. I don't think this is bad. I know there's some cypress knots. Last year I didn't have my boat for 2 days, and when I went to come in, I got hung up on one because the water was lower, and me, instead of pushing the boat off, I threw it in reverse and actually shoot a prop blade, brand new, and broke one.
$134.
Yeah, $134 lesson learned, but I shouldn't have thrown it in reverse neither, and I did to try to drive it off and back right into one. It clean. I mean, it just clean snapped it. It's still aluminum.
We haven't been back out here, have we?
No, actually, yeah, when that happened, we ain't been back here since. But it wasn't because of that. That was just, I've been through here 1,000 times, and I shouldn't have thrown the boat in reverse.
That was last Mother's Day.
Yeah, that literally was last Mother's Day. I think we can go back and watch the videos on it. But yeah, you got to be careful. As long as you go forward, you don't want to back up, and you can see the knots.
And I ain't.
Yeah. So we just cut off. Hold on, let me get us out of this. That's what I say. You got to be careful.
Right.
All right, so we made it out. It did. I hit one of them little cypress knots, and I didn't hug that corner. And like I said, I was idling, so it stalled the motor out, which is a good thing instead of break something. They have a little sign right there that you can barely see on the hill that you can cut into. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. You got to be careful cutting through right there is with that.
Get your water back.
All right, we're gonna take a little ride. So it's pretty to ride, and we always go up. We've been down once or twice, but most part go up.
Yeah, and KK
So-
way down there. Gunner.
All right, no hurry. Y'all stay tuned, and we'll cut y'all back on a little bit. Maybe we'll find a little sandbar and let This Remy and Gunner get out and play. There's sandbars up here, Gunner. There's more than one, so there's plenty of them. So y'all stay tuned. All right, we came up. I think this is the furthest we've ever been up, to be honest with you. We don't ever venture off too far up here, but just ride through sandbar. That sandbar there over Tabby's head, excuse me. You can see it. You can walk out there and you can 2 foot of water. So the water is dropping, which that's normal for down here. But like I said, I don't think we've ever been this far up. So Gunner's about to have a fit to find a spot, but we're gonna go back and find a little spot to sit and let him and Remy get out and do. So we don't plan on being down here that long, so we'll find a spot for them two to get out and play for a minute, and Remy can drink 5 gallons of water.
Well, she living on ice right now.
Yeah, she's down eating on some ice. So we're gonna ease back around and go back up here. Some people we do know, stop and chat with them and ease around a little bit. But this Mother's Day weekend, this is what we're doing. Y'all drop a comment. What was y'all's Mother's Day weekend? What did y'all do for your mother or your wives and all that good stuff? So let's see if the be a challenge to BC is how we do the mothers. How do the mothers top off for Father's Day? That'd be a good comment on top of it. Let's see how that kicks out.
Well, I know how to drive the boat, Daddy, so I can take you on the boat
Mama
ride.
can take me in the boat, see this.
Yeah.
But hey, that's just a little funny. Don't mean nothing by it, but just enjoying the day. It's nice outside. It was overcasted and it's nice outside now, so it's a good little time to ride and explore. And it's really beautiful down here just riding, but you do have to be very, very careful. I wouldn't recommend bringing a fiberglass boat in or anything like that. You better have a good,
the trees down
yeah,
in
you
there.
better have a good boat, and definitely I'll repeat myself, and I know I said it with a kick plate, because if your motor don't kick up, you're gonna end up losing your motor or your prop or your foot. So,
Both.
you know. But hey, we'll cut y'all back on. We're cutting around, just exploring. And actually we turned around because we're not even gonna go no any further up. So y'all stay tuned.
So we stopped at a sandbar, let Gunner and Remy play. Now we heading back to the landing, but we got a little ways, right, Daddy?
Yeah, we're easing along, easing along. There's some tight spots, pretty tight spots you got to go through. You can go some trees and your motor's gonna kick up and do stuff, but it's manageable.
Remy, she got in the
She
water.
played hard.
Now she trying to dry off.
Yeah, she played hard and now she's begging for the sunlight. She got wet. But the only way you can teach your dog to enjoy the water is you got to get them out here and do it. She's young enough, she do. But
She
yeah,
had fun.
now she's full of sand and she's wore slap out and she wants sun. So she gets home and
Get a bath, because she don't
She get
smell
a
like
bath.
mangoes no more.
but still just easing along. You can't be in a hurry. If you first time trip down here, you definitely don't want to be in a hurry by no means. You don't want to be in a hurry your first time trip.
With all these
Take
trees
your time,
down.
there's trees, and then you'll kind of remember where they at and what turn and what spots and stuff like that. That's kind of what you got to go off of. But I mean, but if you're in here kayaking or something like that, that's different. Just got to watch out because there are a lot of boats that do come through and they fly around these corners and then they see it and then they all of a sudden slow down. So kayaking, you got to worry about your wake and stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, it's not bad. Just have to pay attention and
From the storms.
yeah, and every time there's a storm, you got to look at different trees and different stuff. And we haven't been out here since last year, so that's why I'm in no hurry whatsoever, because there's always different trees. But we gotta ease back. I might even go past the land a little bit and just kind of go up and then come back, but just to see, because we ain't been up that way. Just kind of curious. It is good fishing in here. If you can get in here early in the mornings or late in the evenings, there's decent fishing. Fish on the bottom, or run long with a trolling motor or a putt and just hit. And, you know, with a cricket and stuff, you can burn the red breasts up with beetle spins, cricket, stuff like that, or just fish on the bottom with crickets and worms. But and I will tell you, and I found this out, that the slower you go, the less control you have of your boat, because the current goes one way and your boat's going. So when you get to a certain spot, I will say, and there's a tree you got to cross, you might as well be prepared. If you got kids with you, tell them to hold on, because you're gonna have to give a little ump to shoot straight across.
We went
it.
upstream,
Yeah.
Daddy.
Now we're going down. We went up, we're going down. But you do, just pay
But
attention.
we got
and
a
be
lot
safe.
of this.
So, yeah, you got a lot of stuff in the water, but you can see them for the most part. It's just trees underneath the water that's all the way across that you are gonna have to go across.
Yeah.
So, actually around this bend's gonna be one of them, and we get to it in a second. I'll have Tabby cut the GoPro back on and I'll kind of show you. So y'all stay tuned.
Back there.
Little scenery. I think we fit to come up to one of them gaps that you do. You got to give a little gas. Don't be scared of it, because you got to go through it. So it kind of is what it is. I'm pretty sure it's right here. If it ain't this one, it's the next one coming up. There's some tight spots you got to go through though. But no, I thought it was right here. This ain't it. This next couple bends though, but you got some tight spots. You meet another boat, kind of gotta just be respectful and give each other room and sneak by each other, or somebody's got to throw it in reverse and get out the way. One of the two, kind of how it works down here. If there are spots, you will meet other boats. Bad thing is, for canoers, it's hard to do that, and boaters need to be responsible enough to kind of give canoers. Ooh, that smells fishy there. That's probably a good bed all up in there. It smells real fishy just easing by right there. That'd actually be an awesome place to try to stop and fish, but it does. But you just kind of got to give respect down here for sure. But Like I said, it's a beautiful place, beautiful scenery. Y'all stay tuned.
Alright.
Alright folks, this is one of these spots I'm talking about where you got a tree that comes all the way across and a big log and all that, and literally you can't, you got to go, your motor's gonna kick up and you got to go. You can't, don't idle, don't try to idle or you'll lose control of your motor and tear stuff up. And I got a trolling motor up front that I'm more or less worried about now, but you gotta go.
Hold on.
So you just bump it, let your motor do the thing, let it kick up, watch your limbs, and you clear. But that is one of them spots, nasty spots, that's a nasty spot. That's a tight spot. Wrong move to get your trolling motor hung up, you'll rip it off the boat and all kinds of stuff. You just got to be careful, be mindful. And there is no passing. Another boat's coming to you. All I can say is the boat coming up needs to throw it in reverse and let them drift downstream, so the boat going downstream, because the boat going downstream with the current ain't gonna be able to back up and be able to get stopped and get out of the way in time, honestly. So kind of just one of them things, you got to take your time if you get up to it and make sure nobody's coming. Be safe about it. Another little tight spot, low limbs. There's some limbs and stuff underneath the water. Just take your time, just stay straight, hit it straight, and shoot across. You got all these little limbs, don't worry, everybody watches. There's too many people come through here, but you can shoot right underneath it, you don't get smacked in the head, but be careful and easy and take your time. Cut back into the landing, you shoot, there's a little sign, you shoot in through that little gap. We're gonna cruise around and go around 2 or 3 bends, and then we're gonna head back to land ourselves and be done for the day. But we're just easing around, looking at stuff. So
We're gonna go
scenery.
Down now.
Yeah, we're going down and we'll come back up and go to landing.
the other battery up, Remy. What we doing, Daddy?
We met some people that broke down. They called a friend of theirs. He's towing them in, and we said we follow them. We're all going the same land, and we were headed in anyway. We're gonna follow them, help them out. Nice people, good people. Met them down here. Hopefully future subscribers to Dylan's Outdoors. We'll see.
And they're from the...
Dominican Republic, and the other boy actually lives in the town right down from here. Good people, nice people, helps them out. You see people like that, and they're just stranded, and gotta help them out a little bit.
Yeah, because if we were broke down, we
were
want
broke
somebody
down,
to
we want
stop.
help. So, but yeah. So we're all headed. Luckily, we're all headed the same landing dude, and help them out if they need help loading the boat. Being the boat's broke, you can't float it like you normally would. And a little later than we want to be, we'd already be headed back to the house, but we hung out with them, helped them, tried to look at the boat. He's got a water pump issue. The boat's not getting water out, so just the motor, no big deal. Should be a simple fix for him. But it's gonna wrap it up. We get back to the house. We're gonna do some Mother's Day supper. Remy, she's enjoying it. She's done been in the water and all around. She's moving around the boat now, and she's having a blast. Gunner's chewing on gum.
I'm eating
So-
gum. What?
Oh, you do nails
I hate this kind of light.
Y'all stay tuned, and we'll wrap it up once we get to landing.